A drama is unfolding in eastern Ukraine that could decide the fate of the entire Donbas. One city and its fortress now face a Russian assault from several directions. Defenders are exhausted, supplies low, yet they still hold it. If this city falls, it won't be just another defeat. It will be a blow that opens the way for Russia to the very heart of Ukrainian power in the east. Welcome to the Beyond Borders channel, where we uncover hidden connections, power plays, and conflicts that shape our world. In this video, we will look at the dramatic developments of the past few days. We will show why the situation in Donbas is much more serious than it seems. We'll look at the front in the Sumy region, where northern defense is at stake, and discuss Russia's new tactics, from large drone attacks to psychologically wearing down Ukraine. A city on the brink of collapse. Just months ago, this city was a key logistics center for Ukrainian forces in the east. Once a support base and transport hub, it's now the center of the fiercest fighting in Donbas. Fighting began here in April 2024, but battles have sharply intensified in recent months. In May and June 2025, the Russians managed to push through several Ukrainian defensive lines. Pokrovsk is now on the front line. The 68th mainly defends the city for Ukraine. The Yagurska Brigade is a light infantry unit supported by territorial forces and parts of the 47th Mechanized Brigade. The Ukrainians keep several thousand defenders here, though exact numbers are unknown. They have several Bradley armored vehicles, mortars, javelins, and field drone units. Drones played a key role here back in the spring. In April and May, Ukrainians halted the Russian advance with a drone wall. They assembled hundreds of first-person view drones with basic artificial intelligence for target identification. Using signal jammers and ground sensors, they broke up at least 3 Russian assault waves. The situation has changed. Russians are advancing from the northeast and south. They are trying to break through near Zvirove, now a so-called shadow zone, where every house and street is contested. On the Russian side, units from the 1st Army Corps have appeared, the so-called Donetsk People's Republic and Russian Army units, especially the 14th. Special Forces Spetsnaz Brigade and motorized units from the Western Military District. Oleksandr Shirsky, Commander-in-Chief of Ukrainian forces, estimated up to 110,000 attackers. They are supported by artillery and thermobaric rocket launchers TOS-1, Sonsepyak. While Sirsky's figures should be taken with caution, one thing is certain: Russia's numerical superiority is overwhelming. Ukrainian commanders admit the defense is weakening. It's not that the soldiers won't fight, but if the neighboring line falls, they risk encirclement. In some cases, units had to retreat for exactly that reason. Russian saboteurs entered the chaos, with a small special forces group reaching the city. It was likely a test of defenses and a way to spread panic. The city is large and partly empty. It's possible to move around in it. Pokrovsk is ruined. Roads are targeted and power and water are sporadic. Once home to 60,000, only 1,200 civilians remain in the city and 2,700 in nearby settlements. Most can't escape now. Ukrainian soldiers say they're waiting for death or the Russians. Ukrainian units report a critical shortage of jammers, weak signals for drones, and fatigue among personnel. Much of the spring's frontline equipment is gone, with some first-person view units running at just 20% capacity. If Pokrovsk falls, it won't be just another defeat. It will break the defensive arc guarding Sloviansk and Kramatorsk, Ukraine's last major Donbas strongholds. We're not done yet. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It will help it reach more people. If you'd like to support my work, you can contribute with a small thank you. Thank you. Let's keep going. Sumy, Northern Front. As the tension stayed on the east, the north grew dangerous too. The Russians entered the Sumy region in March 2025, and this time, it was not just a diversion. They crossed the border and occupied several Ukrainian villages. This created a new section of occupied territory, which is not extensive yet, but it is impossible to overlook. This is a systematic attempt to create a buffer zone, an area under Russian control, which is meant to push Ukrainian forces away from the border itself. Undoubtedly, a key goal of the operation is to stretch Ukrainian lines and force Kyiv to move forces from other parts of the front. Russian units are advancing through forested and sparsely populated areas. They are using classic tactics, a combination of infiltration, artillery strikes, and wave attacks. In some areas, they've advanced 20 to 25 kilometers inland. Today, we can already say Ukrainians have stabilized the situation. The Russian advance has stopped. Ukrainian forces have freed Andriivka and reportedly also nearby Kindrativka. Currently, however, it is rather considered a so-called gray zone without the permanent presence of either side. Fighting is happening here, with both Russian regular army and airborne forces attacking. Ukrainian defense responded swiftly, bringing in reinforcements from other fronts. Some forces came directly from Donbas, which is why Pokrovsk's defense was weakened to hold the north. The defense of the Sumy region is now overseen by combined forces of territorial and mechanized brigades. Several thousand Ukrainian soldiers are estimated to be deployed in the area. Their task is not only to hold the line, but also to prevent further expansion of the Russian occupation. Russia is also testing new methods of hybrid warfare here, including cyber attacks, fake radio signals, and jamming communication lines. In some cases, they have managed to paralyze local air defense systems for a short time. For Ukraine, this is troubling, as any Russian success could threaten a breakthrough toward Kyiv, which would be very serious. Deploying the elite 155th Marine Brigade suggests the Russians may have thought the same. Ukraine has halted the Russian advance, but at great exhaustion and with the risk of weakening other front sections. The north is holding for now. The question remains, however, for how long? Drone warfare and the Estonian report. In recent weeks, Russia has launched the largest drone attacks since the beginning of the war. In some cases, their number exceeded 700 in a single night. Missiles are flying along with them. Large waves of Jaran kamikaze drones are overwhelming Ukrainian air defenses. The goal is no longer just to destroy a specific target, but to break the will to resist. Estonian intelligence reports that Russia has adopted a new mode of warfare and is not seeking peace talks. It doesn't want compromise. Its aim is to push Ukraine to the breaking point. Militarily, this involves drone swarms, systematic missile strikes on infrastructure, and continuous psychological pressure. To break the defense through missiles, exhaustion, fatigue, and loss of will. Estonian intelligence warns Russia is escalating beyond previous levels. This is now a war to destroy the state, not just claim territory. Ukraine is addressing this threat with air defense, drone counterattacks, and maneuvers. But the Estonians openly claim that if the West doesn't speed up deliveries, Russia could gain a decisive advantage before winter. And this is where everything comes together. If the defense collapses, it won't be because of a single battle. It's the result of pressure from the south, north, and air. Pokrovsk, Sumy, the sky. As we focus on distant attacks, we must not forget what lies ahead in the heart of Donbas. If Pokrovsk falls, Kramatorsk and Sloviansk will be next, along with the last hope for defending the east. If Pokrovsk falls, Donbas will also be lost. Pokrovsk is under pressure from three sides, pushed by artillery, saboteurs, and direct attacks. Even now, it is almost indefensible. Still, it hasn't fallen yet. But if it falls, the consequences will be immediate, more than just symbolic or tactical. It will open the way to the last two Ukrainian strongholds in Donbas, Sloviansk and Kramatorsk. Kramatorsk is more than a city. It's the logistical heart of the Eastern Front. Sloviansk is more than a symbol. It's the resistance's moral anchor. If they lose, the entire Eastern defense will collapse. Russia appears to have the upper hand today, attacking from several directions and holding the initiative. But we must not forget, this war has lasted 3.5 years. Despite huge losses, billions spent, and thousands of missiles used, Russia still hasn't taken all of Donbas. The Ukrainians are holding on, still resisting one of the world's largest armies as they move units and improvise with equipment. So far, Russia hasn't made any major strategic gains. The Russians know this, which is why they're attacking simultaneously by air, land, and cyber. And while the world talks about a frozen conflict, this war is just entering its most dangerous phase. Estonian intelligence is correct. This isn't about territory anymore. It's an effort to destroy Ukraine from within. They hate her so much that she herself will say that's enough. If Pokrovsk falls, it will be more than just another city lost. It will create a weakness for all of Russia's pressure to break through. Beyond Pokrovsk, no other fortress exists. Only the gates of Donbas remain. If you like the video, I would appreciate a like and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the others I'm currently working on. You can support me by saying thanks or praising the video to help it reach more people. I appreciate it.